What is up, everybody? Welcome to another fresh take. I got Trae Vito with me. How we doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I am doing well. This May 4th, uh, Disney Plus dropped Volume 2 of Star Wars Visions. If you know what Visions is an anthology series. They take 9 anime studios and they give their uh, versions of stories from the Star Wars universe. And this year, we got a new volume. Volume 1, very good. I enjoyed it. There was a couple episodes that I didn't really care for, but they wasn't aimed at me, so I wasn't really mad about it. I thought it all worked pretty well overall. And so now we have Volume 2. So the reason why we got Disney Plus up, we're not going to show the episode. I just needed to remember what the episode names was. So bear with me. And we're going to go through this episode at a time. So first episode up is Sith. Now, this one is very interesting because it has a painting style to it. And the paint actually flows in and out of the episode. And I liked it for that visual style that they gave. It basically deals with a woman who left the Sith and basically her raggedy boyfriend trying to get her back. That's a joke. Her master basically trying to be like, nah, you made a promise.
Right.
And these kids over here need their mom. But but yeah, it's a very interesting episode because of the paint aspect of it, and a person actually leaving the Sith, and this dude basically want his apprentice back. So, Vito, what are your thoughts on that episode?
It was very well. It was very well made as far as the visual of it. You know what I mean? The art was like very just. It expanded more on what they were trying to accomplish with visions and stuff like that. Because there's multiple things they were trying to accomplish with this whole thing, like just how it looked, the beauty of it. The storyline was very subtle, but it was still like something we used to. So what I'm saying, it was relatable. You know what I'm saying? You leave a old life behind, you know what I mean? And you're trying to make a better life for yourself. And the old life keeps coming back because you haven't closed that door yet. So, that definitely was like a good, a good reference, a good metaphor to, how we live our lives nowadays, for real. Just like how Star Wars just always do. They always kind of gives us something to relate to. So I enjoyed it.
Now, to be completely 100% fair, I do like the designs of the Sith, but they made this dude a stalker for real. Like, I'm like, bro, he can't like anime,
Yeah.
anime. Well, yeah, anime. Like, I'm like, if he would have said that, I would not have been surprised. To be honest, I'm like,
Right.
bro, what the? But everybody, like, if you've been around Star Wars, you know the Sith are very
Aggressive.
aggressive. They're very, and we're gonna get into their aggression a little bit later. But
Yeah.
they're very aggressive, and if you leave, nah, we keep going.
Blood in, blood out.
Blood, you know what it is, cuz. You know what it is, cuz. Like, but the action in the episode, because there is an action. There's a couple of action sequences in there. I thought they were done very well, and because sometimes that painterly art style can actually, it doesn't look well when you're doing action. They made a good job of making it actually look very good with the paint style effects, because it at parts it looks like a watercolor, at some parts it looks like some of the stuff looks like it was actually painted with a paintbrush. And I actually like that because it actually expanded some of the sequences and actually made the cinematography actually pretty good in that episode. So I gotta give it to him. I actually enjoyed this one. I actually enjoyed this one a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Did you have any issues with this one, like from a storytelling standpoint?
The fact that the guy looked like Bane,
No.
I had an issue with that. Bane with rabbit ears, but other than that, nah, no big issue. That motorcycle, Grievous's motorcycle that she was driving, that was kind of weird, but I flew along with it. Oh no, I what I didn't like, I always hate when droids get messed up because I always look at them like animals, like pet or whatever like that. So when that droid got messed up, that's probably what I didn't like. But that's just my personal stuff. But as far as like production wise, no, it was good.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So second one up, Screecher's Reach. Now this one has a different art style to it. I've seen that art style before. There's a show on Apple Plus. It's called The Wolf Something, but it has that
Mm,
kind of art style to it.
okay.
Now
Yeah, because
this
I,
one,
I couldn't pinpoint it. I was like,
yeah,
what art style is that?
yeah, because I've seen that before, and because it's the studio that does it, that's their style they mess with. Now
Mm,
this one, I like the art style. At first, it was like, okay, this don't really, it ain't meshing, but the whole premise of this one is the kids are working in a factory and they're going to a. Do you want to hear a ghost story? No, I really don't. But they wanted to go see a ghost story.
mm.
Well, the place they were going to was secluded. It was in a cave, and when you get there, you know something ain't right. You know something ain't like you saying like I know good well y'all not finna go in this dog. Yeah, they are. I know good well y'all ain't got but one flashlight. So only one of y'all bought a flashlight and it don't work. Nobody decided to check the battery so they left.
Right.
Okay. All right. So the Screecher is the ghost in this
Mm,
one. And the main character, Dial, she's going through like she's trying to figure out her place in the world, and she keeps talking to this pendant
mm.
and basically praying to it, essentially. And what happens is the Screecher is when you actually go and find the Screecher, she is actually a Sith. And I love the art style of it because they made it look like she was a banshee,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And when she finally uses the Force to break open the cave a little bit to get some light in it, you see it's just an old woman.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
of course, she does what she does. You know,
Right.
look. The thing about this one is the the person she was praying to that gave her the test,
Hmm.
quote unquote, is a Sith.
Yep.
I was not expecting that.
Right.
I
Right.
wasn't. I was like, okay, so this is gonna be some kind of Jedi thing. But I'm like, did she do what I think she did to that Sith? And I'm like, yeah, apparently she did. She killed her,
Yep.
cut her head off.
Yeah.
Technically, I don't blame her. That was scary. but but it's like one of those things, and like you see her friends when the Sith that because the way they shot it was beautiful. Like it's this gold, it's this beautiful ship. It's
Yeah.
the sun is shining behind you. Like, oh, snap, this finna be. And then you look at that thing, eyes in his teeth. Like, yeah, that's Sith.
Yep.
that is not that is not a Jedi.
Right. Right.
You are a Sith. So her friends are like, hey man, something ain't right. You shouldn't go. But the oldest
Hmm.
dude told her she needed to follow her heart. And so
Yeah.
she did it, even though you could tell she knew something was wrong. She started crying.
Yeah. Yep.
And that was the end of the short. And I'm like, ooh, this ain't gonna end well for her. So,
Right.
what did you think about that episode? Because I thought it was actually pretty well done the more it went on.
Yeah, yeah. I liked it. I actually compared that art style to like a storybook, like flipping through like when you were a kid, you
Mm-hmm.
flipping through book stories and how the visuals were. It reminds me of I would have saw that in like a book I was flipping through as a young kid. But definitely, I like the twist at the end with the Sith. What's crazy is if I actually noticed that pendant she was talking to or whatever
Mm-hmm.
was the same exact shape that when the ship came down, that was the same exact like
Yeah.
shape of the, so it was like a symbol almost, you know what I mean? So I like that factor. It just kind of put it together. But yeah, as soon as lady came up off of that ship, I was like, maybe she's just a alien that looks crazy. And then I was like, no, no. And then I was like, you know what? I was like, that test is she had to go kill that lady because that was like that might have been the master of the Sith
Yeah.
that was telling her to, you know what I mean? So kind of like,
Rule of two.
you know what I mean, rule two thing. So
Yeah.
just bringing it into the Star Wars lore, it didn't fall short of that. You know what I mean? Stuff that we recognized, the visuals was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
And it had a sad tone to it because like that
Oh
that
yeah,
that ending was like, don't get on that ship. Please
yeah,
don't get on that ship. And she went and got on. I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna end well for you, little
yep,
lady.
yeah.
Because you about to get, whew, Lord, You better you better catch it, girl.
Right.
So now the third short is called In the Stars. Now this one has a Wallace and Gromit claymation style to it. Now there's a couple in here that have the Wallace and Gromit style to it. So, but this one is decidedly more darker than the other one. Now this one basically deals with the Empire being the gracious pricks that they are, killing a whole planet just to get their resources. And the two main characters are two sisters, and they're the last two left of their people. They pretty much murdered everybody. They whacked everybody else. Their mother was a Force user. They never said she was a Jedi, but she could use the Force because both of them can.
Right.
And I liked the idea behind it. Because the older sister's just trying to survive. She's like, look, we got to stay hidden. They got all our water and polluted the rest of the water. So whenever they need water, they have to go to the factory, sneak in, fill up their tanks, and then sneak back out before anybody sees them.
Yeah.
Which, if you know anything about Star Wars, that ain't too bright. I mean, that just ain't too bright. But, you do what you got to do to survive. So I liked that aspect of it. The only thing I didn't like about this episode, honestly, and this is going to be a recurring theme with this volume, these kids are just hard-headed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, this. I understand if you're trying to say, hey, believing in yourself and all this. There's difference between that and being hard-headed.
Yeah, exactly.
Her little behind knows she can't fight. And I'm just sitting there like, if you go, they're going to kill you. These people don't care. They will send an ad at a 4-year-old and not hesitate. So I'm just sitting there like, look, you have to know how dangerous it is. I understand. She was like, no, we can do this. I can beat them. Like, you're 3.
Yeah, exactly.
And your name is not Pan from Dragon Ball. So you are not a Saiyan. You are not a member of the Saiyan race. So you might want to chill out with that.
Right.
So basically, and that's what the conflict in this episode comes with, when the sister goes to fill up their water tanks and little sister decides she gonna go too. And basically we get our obligatory Third Reich Nazi leader of the factory, and to the point where it's like she come out in full gray and black with her nose stuck up in the air like this.
With a little cake. Gotta have the little cake with it.
I'm like, hey, can somebody force choke this chick? Like, get somebody to do that, because she getting on my nerves already. So, but yeah, this one, I liked it. It had a nice little ending to it. It had a nice little wrapped up ending to it. But it was one of those ones where I was like, 50-50 with it.
Yeah.
Some aspects I liked, some I didn't. And it was basically because of the little sister. The little sister was like, you going to get both y'all killed.
Exactly.
Because in reality, that's what would have happened. It wouldn't have been no happy ending. That would have did what they did to your mama.
Right. Right.
I mean, I understand what they were trying to say. I just think the execution didn't go right. What about you?
Right. Yeah, it was dope. I liked it. Yeah, I agree with you. The little sister just totally, irritates me. I think any story like that, where the little kid don't listen and they go do something, it just reminds me of me being a kid and how much I hated getting in trouble. But they're not getting in trouble on these shows, so I'm just kind of like, it irritates the mess out of me.
Because you know how that would go in real life. They both get killed.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. So, it's like you said, this season, definitely the kids that I just want to take my belt off.
Yeah.
Get.
Because it's one thing to be like, okay, she got captured and she got to get out of it. Like she was hiding and they captured her. That's different than I'm just gonna blatantly throw myself in danger and get my sister almost killed and get both of us almost killed because reasons.
You thought you was strong like your mom.
Yeah, I'm like,
You know.
you're 4,
We can beat them.
and let you can go Super Saiyan. I don't think you need to be going nowhere with me
Right, right.
unless you can go Super Saiyan.
Man, but
But
yeah,
that, yeah,
nah.
that was that one. Um, I have mixed feelings on this on in the stars. Like I said, I like the
Yeah.
ending. I like the ending conclusion.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought
for
I thought
sure.
they wrapped it up really nice. But
Hmm.
that little girl got on my nerves.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
got on
yeah.
my last nerves. I'm like, okay, yeah,
And it's
that,
a short too, so you know what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like, for the most part, you was getting on our nerves the whole time up
yeah.
until the end.
Like it's 18 minutes, and she got on our nerves for 15 of
Exactly. See,
them.
see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like, okay, come on, man. Now this next one, I Am Your Mother. Now this one is the family friendly one. Now this one I thought was funny, but
yeah.
because of the antagonist, the mama and the daughter antagonist, they were
Oh man.
hilarious.
Oh,
Especially the mama.
hilarious.
She was just evil. That other woman was evil.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, this lady is tripping, and I love her for it. So this is basically it's one of those. Now this is another Wallace and Gromit claymation style
Mm.
short. So this one is basically there's a family race. It's kind of like a pod race, and you get you know prestige for winning or whatever.
Yeah.
But the girl in it, the main girl in it, she kind of her mama is the mama that showed up to school with the bonnet and the house robe on with the flip flops. That's her mama. That's her mama.
Who
You know,
mama's that?
yeah, basically, yeah. That's her mama. Now, granted, she love her mama, and her mama
Hmm.
cool people, but her mama don't understand. You can't just do that.
Exactly.
I mean, you just can't. And it's not like they're not rich, so they come from I they try to portray this. I guess they were like because they're working, so they're like working class.
Mm.
And the main antagonist clearly they're rich.
Yeah,
They're clearly
yeah.
rich.
Right.
So because their little racer, it
It was
it
like a
looked
black and red version of what's the name's ship? What was that?
yeah Amidala ship
Yeah,
fan base ship,
Amadeus.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So it looks like that with the added effect of a Death Star laser.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They had a little miniature Death Star that comes out and shoot lasers at people. I'm like, y'all are wrong for this, and I'm loving it.
Right,
So
right.
basically, basically, it's a family road rage. It's like I ain't gonna say it's Mario Kart, but that's pretty much what they were going for.
Yeah,
Mario Kart mixed with pod racing. That's basically what they were going for.
right.
And for the most part, it worked. And I think it worked because that antagonist mom and daughter was just so over the top. If they
Right.
weren't that over the top, it wouldn't have worked. Because
Right.
once again, like the main girl and her mom is it was cool. Their interactions were funny. It was cool, but I think they needed that to play off, and it did because they was them two. The evil two was just pretentious as hell, boy. I'm like, y'all are just pretentious. I want to see you lose, but shoot somebody else with that laser first. So
Yeah.
yeah, that one was like the first comedic one. It was lighthearted in tone. It was funny. I liked it. I enjoyed that one. What do you think about that one?
Oh, same thing, same thing. It's family friendly. You know what I mean? A lot of fun. A lot of cameos, a lot of Easter eggs and things of that nature. Just little mentions and shout outs. Like they had the Mantis as one of the pods or
Yeah.
one of the races. So
Yeah.
I was like, is that Cal Kestis in there? I was like, what, is that them? But yeah. Overall, man, just a little fun, and I like the fact they named it "I Am Your Mother," almost a trope to "I Am Your Father."
Yeah.
The little quote, which that's not what he even said in the first place, but
Yeah.
it's funny they playing around with it too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, because that scene in the short was actually kind of endearing because he like, look, she is your mom, so I get it, but like, it's one of them situations because here's one of the jokes in there. One of the first jokes in there is when the mom, old girl forgot her lunch, so the mom came and they jalopy shook, but a brawl failed, the laundry was falling out, and you're like,
like, who
and
mama is this?
like, man, come on, like. How you gonna have the laundry just falling out outside the Like my mom would have got mad at her mama because she would
Right,
be like,
right,
"You know
right.
better. You know better."
Got the bras and things coming up out the. We
I'm
got
talking about
kids
she's
out here.
home, and this kid, and there's kids all over the place, and I'm like, but they did that to show how embarrassing her mom could be, so that
Yeah,
worked. But
yeah,
like I said, it worked, and I liked it, and I liked the whole little back and forth. This was a fine episode.
yeah.
It was nice and short. It's only 14 minutes, so it ain't like it's a 30-minute thing. It's only like 14 minutes, and they get in, get out, get the jokes in, and it was nice little fun. Now, this next one is probably my favorite one, and I think this is your favorite one too, and that's
Yeah.
Journey to the Dark Head.
Yeah.
So now this is the one I was telling Vito before we went live. The Sith need to talk today. They recruiters. This dude, he's a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
In his pitch, and a little bit too weird in his pitch too.
Right.
Buddy was just like he kept saying stuff that you had to hold on. I know I didn't hear that.
Right. Right.
Like, nah, you heard that right.
No, you heard it right. I said what I said.
Yeah. I don't know who running the Sith right now, but y'all need to take this dude to HR because I don't think he should be out there trying to get apprentices.
Right.
I'm just saying. I don't think he followed y'all training video very well.
Right. Right.
I think he doing his own thing. I'm just saying. But yeah, this is actually a very good one. It's a very interesting one too. One of the longer ones in the set, and this one strong anime tropes. Strong anime tropes with this one.
Yeah.
Animation on point, crisp and clean. Especially that fight at the end. Man, that fight was good. That fight was good.
Especially how it ended.
Yeah.
That was. Oof.
Yeah. So now this is one I would probably say you probably, because of how that fight at the end goes, you may or may not want the little ones to see this. Because the fight at the beginning where the master dies and the fight at the end and how they wrap that fight up, you may want to, up until this point, you may want, because they actually show, like in episode 2, they didn't show what happened. They showed what happened in episode 5.
Yeah.
At the end, they showed it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how people feel about that. And it's not one of those situations where somebody dies and they disintegrate. No.
Yeah, nah.
That's not how that fight ended.
You might want to be in the same room if you're gonna allow your kid to watch that one.
Just for this one though.
Yeah.
The other ones are fine.
Yeah.
But just for this one, just because I know how people get about certain scenes, and this one, they stay true to that anime teen trope.
Yeah.
So if your little ones like to watch Star, you may want to be in there for this one.
Yeah.
Just because of how the fights in these short go, the fight with the master and then the fight at the end with him, it gets a little violent.
Yeah.
And I don't know people's taste on that, but other than that, I thought it was actually pretty well done. The main gist of this one is the main character, which is a female. She has a vision as a child of something happening. She wants her people who are basically historians and record keepers to get themselves involved in the Sith Jedi War, and they can't. But she don't understand that. For whatever reason, she don't understand it. She wants to stop it, and what she don't get is like. And I understood when her I guess the main scribe, her teacher, was talking. I understood what he was talking about. He was like, "Look, this war's come and go. We can't get involved in this, and we can't stop it. We just take and we notate and record and keep a record." And she didn't understand that, so they do a time jump, and she's older. She says, "Look," she goes to the Jedi Council. She's like, "Look, if you will allow me to go back, I can destroy the heads of the 2 statues above the clouds, and that should bring an end to everything." Because in her vision, in 2 of her visions, that's what she saw.
Yeah.
But she didn't get the whole vision, the complete vision.
Right.
And they're like, "Okay, cool, we'll do it." Well, it didn't actually go like that, but essentially, cool, we'll do it. But you got to go with this Jedi, and this Jedi has severe rage issues due to a overly aggressive Sith. Look, man, when y'all see it, y'all can see what I'm talking about. Right? Look, when y'all see it, y'all can see what I'm talking about. This dude was a little bit too aggressive for his own good. I'm like,
yeah.
Look, the stuff this dude say, like, the stuff he say, gonna be like, I know I just didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. You heard that.
You heard it.
He was stalking this boy for years. Notice I said he was stalking this boy for years.
Boy.
Aggressive. Overly aggressive. But yeah, it's one of those situations where I think like it and I hate this trope in Hollywood and I hate this trope in writing where they play the genders off against each other. I hate that.
Right.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Women are stronger and smarter than men. Men are idiots. I hate that. Like, you don't got to do that. You ain't got to tear somebody down to build somebody else up. You ain't got to do that. And they do that in this one. And this is another one where if she was by herself, she wouldn't have made it 5 minutes.
Right.
Because if that dude was coming to that planet, she was going to die.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly.
That's pretty much how that was going to go.
Yep.
Now, it does have, like, once again, it's anime tropes. So if you watch a lot of anime, you pretty much know what's going to happen. Or you should have an idea of what's going to happen. But I think the execution was great. I think they executed it properly. So, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, same thing. Very by far the best episode of this season. To be honest, I wouldn't mind them actually somebody like and green lighting like them making this an actual series. So I mean, that's what we said last season too. You know what I mean? We saw some episodes that were like, oh man, they can actually make a pretty good anime or cartoon or something like that. So overall, I loved it. I didn't like that creep. Well, I think that's the point, but I didn't like the creepy Sith situation because he left a mark on this dude's outside his mouth. Just even saying that is disturbing.
And when you see the scene of how he do and what he be saying, you like, kill him. Like, I know I'm not supposed to say that out loud, but this dude gotta go.
Yeah. Immediately.
Who made him a Sith? Who made him a Sith? Palpatine, was that you? Palpatine like, look, I made a mistake. I got rid of this dude.
No, that was a little disturbing, but other than that, I mean, that's what animes are. You know what I mean? They have disturbing characters like that, man. So, yeah.
Do I need to go into the One Piece characters that's crazy like that? Whoo, boy. One Piece made a career out of that mess. But, this one is probably, like I said, probably the best one, but it's also the one that I would probably warn parents about. Just not for, like, kids, like, 9 and up, but below that. Like, little kids. Because, like I said, it's 2 scenes in there at the beginning and at the end, and you're like, ugh. Like, okay, you ain't have to kill the mug like that, but all right. All right. So this is the tone this was taking. All right. I'm glad they got the comedy out the way. Yeah. But it was just some realness. That's the only one I would probably say like that. The next one though is the Spy Dancer. This is another one I have mixed emotions on, and I'll say why. I wasn't really feeling the art design. I wasn't feeling it. I did like the dance sequence. The dance sequence, like when she does the drop down and does the whole sequence, I thought that was done well, and I think that's probably why the animation and art looked like that. I just didn't like it anywhere else.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that was the problem for this with me. And plus, why are the French aliens?
Oh man, yeah.
I think I know what they were going for though. I remember reading a story about a lady in World War II who was a dancer who spied for the Allies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's where they got that from. I'm just wondering. I haven't
Now,
watched
yeah.
any of the extras yet. They do have the extras on here. I haven't watched any of them yet. I usually watch those, but I'm gonna take my time and go through that next week. But for this one, it's basically once again Empire being pricks. The main lady, the reason why she's in the rebellion is because they killed her whole family and took her son, but didn't kill her, which I don't understand that. Like,
Right.
hold on, Empire. Yeah, y'all kill everybody, but you leave one person and steal their son.
Yeah.
We got a bullets. I don't. I don't understand how this works.
Right. Right.
You killed everybody else. Well, hold on, sir. We're about to hit our munitions quota. We can't shoot no more. But we got one person left.
Right.
Well, actually two. Well, just take the baby. Good point. No, I don't understand how this works. I don't understand how this works. But it was an interesting take. The art style just wasn't jiving with me. I did like the ending of it where because I realized like when she saw the dude and she had that flashback to her child getting ripped away from her. I'm like, okay, she finna go try to kill this dude.
Right.
Only to come to find out that's not the dude. That's actually her son.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That is very interesting. And it looked like the Empire did a number on him because they took one of his eyes out and
Oh yeah.
the Empire do some craziness, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there like, dude, I can't be in the Empire, man. Y'all be making people deformed and
Right. Trying
y'all
to make them look evil.
y'all love taking body parts off of people. Like, what the heck is wrong with y'all? And if that don't work, we'll just remove half of their mouth and put this mask over you.
Exactly. Yeah. See. Yep.
Y'all ain't even gonna give me a robotic mouth. Y'all just gonna put a mask on it, huh? Okay, all right. As long as y'all give me some cool black and red robes, y'all can go with that. Even on a planet with 3 suns, I'll just walk around this black and red that attracts heat.
Right.
Clearly not polyester and it's not mesh. So nothing breathable. Like everything has to be dry cleaned. Because soon as you get back on the Star Cruiser, you spending 2 hours in the shower because you gotta get all that off.
Yeah, so, definitely.
But yeah, this one was just a weird one for me. What about you?
Yeah, same thing. What you just said as far as that what it could be referencing to that dancer and the World War II or one. Yeah. That makes sense, and actually now I actually look at the story a lot different. But as far as like the animation, it was a little throwing off. It was off-putting. So, but other than that, I mean, I like the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the animation worked during the dance sequence, and probably a little bit during that fight at the end.
Yeah.
But as far as like, it was just like, this ain't working for me. Yeah. And since when do they have like clone trooper armor that's like for dudes that look like Bob from Street Fighter? Clearly, he's not a clone.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, all right. This is what we have. All right, so the next one is the Bandits of Goluk. Now, this one has animation style close to that of Clone Wars, the animated series. So if you like that art style, you may like this one. Highly has a Lawrence of Arabia Indian feel to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I thought was cool. Basically, I'm guessing that was that dude's little sister. They're trying to make it to a safe haven. She is force sensitive, and if you're force sensitive in the Star Wars universe, you know what that means. People finna come for you. Yeah. So they're trying to find a safe space, and another instance of a little child being bad. In this one, I this girl looked like she was like 6 or 7 though, so she should have
Right.
really known better.
Yeah.
Like she should have really known better. Like dude would be like, okay, look, we can't do certain stuff. We're on this train. We just need to just hold out for me. You can use your powers when we get off,
Yeah.
but you can't do it on this train. And my other thing was the snitch dudes that was on the damn train. Like, bro, you ain't have to tell nobody nothing. What you
Right.
snitching for, dude?
Right.
Hey, look, man. Hey, this one stormtrooper. I know y'all can't shoot worth a damn, but that girl got powers. I saw it. Like he literally says that.
Yep.
Hey, she got special powers. I saw it. And you know what?
Yep.
She fit right back there. With the purple on. Yeah, like, I'm like, dude, what the world? I was waiting for Riley from the Boondocks to show up to get this dude for snitching. I'm like, bro.
Snitching.
Like he was just straight up snitching. I'm like, and the little girl wasn't doing nothing to him. It would be different if she was like kicking the back of his chair.
Right.
She wasn't even bothering him.
Nope.
She would play the flute.
She took that flute. Yep.
All she did was play the flute, and it wasn't like she sucked at it. She was actually pretty good. I'm like,
Yeah.
the beat I was feeling. So I'm like, what are you mad about? Yeah, man, I've been on this train 15 hours. If any little kid do something, that little kid did something. Hold on, let me find me a trooper. Where they at? Right back there. Yeah, with the purple on. Yeah, her with the dot on the forehead. Yeah, her. Like, what? Come on, dude. Come on, dude. So
ridiculous.
That sequence though with the train stuff was it actually takes a turn where that's where the Lords of Arabia stuff comes in, because I will never understand the animals in the Star Wars universe able to keep up with a train.
Yo, that's crazy.
I will never understand that.
Yeah,
And we're not talking about a steam powered 19th century choo-choo train. It's like a monorail train. I'm like, not only they keep it up. I'm like,
yeah.
they caught up with the speeders, killed the dudes on the speeders. And I'm like, okay. I just found it to be interesting. I found it to be very interesting. But they finally make it to their destination. They get off, and the place that they were supposed to go see, it looked like the smallest Vegas in all of the galaxy. Because it's like it's out in the desert. It got neon lights everywhere, but it's small.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I can work with this. But that's where we meet a badass old Jedi lady. I want me a lightsaber cane now.
Yeah.
I want me a lightsaber cane so I can have a dual wield. Because this one probably had like Journey to the Head had a badass fight anime style. This one has a badass fight in it that's like from that Clone Wars. That fight was off the chain. I like that because Grandmama got up. She said, all right, look. Because I thought it was a little girl doing it. I'm like, oh, because she's scared. I'm like, oh, snap. She can't control it. She's like, it ain't me. I'm like, yeah, it is you. You bad, baby. It is you. But she's like, no, it's not me. And then the old lady come out and she doing the old lady thing where they got to clench their back.
Yeah.
And she stand up, pull that. I'm like, hold on.
Hey,
all right. And
Yoda did the same thing. Yoda did that same exact. Just
I think you should stop. Who was this old lady? I know good and well you ain't called me old. Like, I'm sorry, I would assume that too. But yeah, that fight was pretty good. But she wasn't fighting Sith; she was actually fighting an Inquisitor. So
yeah.
It was actually a pretty cool fight. And the way that fight is, it ain't as bad as Journey to the Head, but let's just say that dude ain't gonna be in the next one. Dude ain't gonna be in the next one.
Right.
He's not gonna be in there. But I actually kind of like that dude. He was kind of funny. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, he was.
He plays like if you watch any of the Bollywood movies, he plays a typical Bollywood villain.
Yeah.
I'll put it like
the
that.
Look and everything.
Yeah. He's like a straight up Bollywood villain. I'm like, yeah, dude. This dude. Yeah. Bollywood villain. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Complete with mustache. Complete with ironic mustache.
Exactly. The big thick one.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah. But yeah, that was actually a pretty good fight and a pretty good episode too. Because the little girl is going to get trained by Jedis. Thankfully, she ain't going with no Sith.
Yeah.
and it had a nice little ending to that one too. So I actually enjoyed that one. Any other thoughts on that one?
No, same thing. I just enjoyed the Bollywood undertones with it. It made me feel like, is there some kind of cartoons over there that they're doing the same way? It makes me want more or something like that. You know what I mean? So, and it just gave me the same feel that Miss Marvel did when they went into the throwback scenes. You know what I mean? Of
Yeah,
going over to India and stuff there. So, or yeah, that Indian split, whatever that rebellion thing was.
yeah,
That's what that reminded me of. So, yeah, I liked it.
yeah. It was pretty good. Now this next one. Okay, all right. So this one's called The Pit. All right. Throughout this entire volume, they have been showing that the Empire they 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 wrong on so many levels. They wrong on so many levels.
Yeah.
But this one takes the cake for the wrongness.
Yeah.
This one just straight up takes the cake. People they went there.
Mm-hmm.
This is a slave episode.
Oh,
They
yeah.
went there.
Yep.
They
Flat
actually
out.
went there.
Flat
This,
out.
if this ain't slavery, this Jim Crow. They went there with this one. And I was just sitting there like, at first I was getting mad. I'm like, I know damn well Disney did not okay this. And
That
then
was
I
bold.
understood. I understood it. I just no, they didn't have to do it like this. They didn't have to do it like this. So basically, in the pit, you have some stormtroopers. I guess their orders are to find kyber crystals. So they take a group of people. We don't know how they got them. We don't know if they were picked up at random. We don't know if they were prisoners. We don't know. But they basically haul them out of these vehicles and they tell them to start digging. And they dig and they dig and they dig until they find kyber, and then they find kyber and they mine it and they keep digging. Now, all the while, there ain't no way to get back out this pit, and that pit keep getting deeper.
Deeper and deeper.
So somebody should have thought, hey guys, y'all realize there ain't no way out of this mode, right? Y'all do realize this, right? I'm not the only one who's seeing that. We keep digging down. It's a wide hole, and there ain't no way out of this one unless somebody come in to fly us out.
Yeah.
So they reach the bottom, and the trooper commander looks down, does a little binoculars. All right, let's wrap it up. And they leave. Yeah, I said that right. They leave. They didn't get none of the people. They left. They left them there.
They just left.
They just straight up left. And now, all the while this is being mined, there's a city that got built. That just got built. What is it with Star Wars and building cities, Coruscant cities in the desert? I don't understand that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't see no water. I don't see no oasis. Y'all just dropped
city.
Philadelphia right in the middle of the desert. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a character, and the two protagonists, of course, they're black, and this slave short. I'm sorry, man. It was just like I know they didn't make the black folks slaves.
Man.
I know they didn't.
They didn't have to do it that way, man.
Yeah. So they find a way. The main character, I think his name was Cross or something like that. He finds a way. He gets out and he runs to the city, because the city literally isn't that far. You could walk from the city to the pit,
Right.
and nobody walked out to that pit. Like, nobody cared. So he ran to the city trying to get help. Nobody would listen to him until he got up on the little platform and was able to tell everybody. But of course, two troopers saw him. He tries to run. They stun him, and they carry him back to the pit and literally throw him in. Notice I said the pit was long.
It
it's
was
a drop.
deep. It was deep.
Let's just say he won't be in Volume 3 of Visions. So
Yeah.
he pretty much dies, and that's when everybody pretty much in unison starts a chant, and the people from the city hear it, and they come, and this was funny to me. It's 6 stormtroopers. It's 1 commander. Y'all need to turn around. If y'all don't turn around, we gonna open fire. It's 2,000 of them. It's 6 of y'all. And we all know y'all can hit the broadside of a barn. Literally, they weren't scared.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, because they didn't know, and to the people in the city's credit, they really didn't know there was nobody there.
Yeah.
Because they never left the city.
Right.
There was no need to. So they didn't know anybody was there. So they go, they turn their lights on, they look down and they're like, it's a crap ton of people down there. And this is another one that actually had a nice ending. They go and they get the people out. Mm-hmm. And we see the people leave. And the little girl, who's the sister of the main guy that died, apparently she's force sensitive because she kept a piece of the comic crystal and it turned blue, and y'all all know what that means. Mm-hmm. So she's a good-hearted person. I mean, it was alright. It was just
the slavery aspect.
Yeah, that slavery Jim Crow mess, man. I'm like, bro, they really went there, dude. Like, they really went there and did this in this episode. I'm like, okay, no. So, but the animation is good and it is clean. To be fair, it is clean and it doesn't have any. It doesn't have Jedi and Sith, so this is one of those ones that don't have that in it at all. Mm-hmm. And it did tell a different story. So I know some people probably like that aspect of it. Me, I was just like, I probably wouldn't have went that route with it. I probably would have tried to do something a little different. But I for sure wouldn't have killed the old boy.
Man, that was crazy.
Because I was just like, I know they're not finna throw him in there like that. Oh, they really finna, they actually swinging. Oh, they gonna throw him in there. Oh, yeah, he ain't living. No. He ain't gonna survive that. Yeah,
I thought somebody was gonna force catch him. I was like, oh, no.
Nope. Yep, he's not gonna be in volume 3 of Visions. So, there's that one. I mean, what you think about this one, man? Because like I said, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch this one again. But
yeah. Well, you know, I thought of it as I'm watching like you remember Black Adam? The beginning of Black Adam and how that was, how they was digging for stones and slavery and all this other stuff. And for the most part, it reminded me of like, you know, the Moses story. But then again, it reminded me like just of some recent stuff, like 400 years ago. You know what I mean? So it was all types of mixed emotions watching this and people that look like me. And you know what I mean? Just the fact that dude got thrown down his pit. But here's the thing that I literally just thought of, like, okay, they was just certain stuff they was gonna have to just let go, which was the fact that y'all were digging and y'all didn't realize that y'all were staying in the pit and going further and further down. Y'all weren't able to get out at any point when it was still up. Y'all were like, did it ever occur to y'all that y'all digging to y'all deaths? Y'all digging a big old grave for y'all. Like it just made no sense to me. You know what I mean?
Did it ever occur to you it was only 6 of them damn troopers?
Exactly. Oh yeah, that too. And it was like, man, y'all could have mollywopped and all this type of threw a rock, threw a kite or something.
They gave you picks.
See, you had weapons. They had weapons, and you didn't think to whoop up on them and get up out of there.
Because I'm like, it's literally 6 of them. It's the same 6 the whole episode. It's the same 6 troopers.
Like, the whole episode.
I'm like, what the?
You didn't see no ship, no nothing. You didn't see nothing there to keep just them.
Yeah, like the only thing you saw was like during the speed up sequence, you saw other stuff, and I could only assume that was supplies for helping them dig deeper. That's the only thing I could assume. But they didn't show them get like a platoon or full on, you know, company there. Right. It was just them 6.
Yeah. Yep.
And once again, everybody knows stormtroopers can't hit the broadside of a barn. So,
nope. Because they're not the clones. They're stormtroopers. So they don't have that accuracy.
No.
They ain't going to hit nothing.
Like, y'all remember the meme of the Star Trek dude in the red shirt and the stormtrooper? The stormtrooper shoots at the red shirt dies anyway. So, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Now this last one I actually liked. I thought it was actually pretty. I thought it's another. It's a different kind of episode. This is
Yeah,
called.
yeah,
I hope I'm saying the name right. Owl's song.
yeah. It was
Um,
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now this one has a animation style similar to like Kirby's Epic Yarn,
Mm,
like that. If you played that video game, you know what I'm talking about. Very beautiful, by the way.
yeah.
Um, I, I know they had to take them a while to do that.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
it was very well done because it got to a point where it just looked. I wouldn't mind either playing the game or watching probably about 5 6 episode series like this. I think it could
Oh
actually
yeah.
be done very well.
Yeah.
Now this one was a little bit weird because the main girl doesn't talk
Yeah.
until the end of the episode.
I thought she was mute. I
Yeah,
was
that's why I thought she was mute too. I'm like, oh, maybe she can't talk. And and this was kind of weird because it's basically a single father just trying to keep his daughter safe. And this group of people, they are the ones that know how to process the kyber crystals. Basically,
Mhm.
they mine them, they process them, and they tell you before the episode starts that the Sith came and corrupted a lot of the mines.
Yeah.
So it's the process to purify them takes a while.
Mhm.
But apparently, Owl, she can sing, and the tones coming from her voice can actually purify if she sings the whole
Whole
song.
song. Yeah.
Now, if she doesn't, it appears to be going unstable. That's
Right.
not what happened. Now, throughout the episode, it made you think that, oh snap, if she do talk, she gonna blow everything up.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get to the end of the episode, you kind of understand. And I'm like, this is the one episode where I didn't get mad at the child
Right. For
because
being disobedient.
yeah, because basically she was actually curious. There wasn't an external threat like troopers or they were being abused and nothing like that. These are just normal people going to work.
Yeah.
Um, and once again, father trying to keep his daughter safe because he don't want nothing to happen to his baby girl. I understand it. And I actually, when they actually did the song, and I actually liked it. It was actually kind of tight. I actually liked it.
Yeah.
And this is one where the Jedi that shows up, she actually knows how to compose
Breathe.
herself while doing her speech, her recruitment speech. you know,
Yep. Yep.
she ain't like old boy in episode 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
She like,
She talked to the parents and everything.
Yeah, she talked to the parents like, look, think it over. I'm gonna be here for a couple weeks because I still gotta make sure we get our shipment right. But just think it over. I can train you to help you control it, and all that stuff. I'm like, see, that's how you recruit.
Exactly.
You do
Exactly.
not recruit by being like, I've been watching you for years. That's not that is not how you recruit people. Okay? I'm just saying. But yeah, this one was actually it's a nice sweet one. It's a family oriented one. It's not bad. Like this one and the I Am Your Mother was actually nice little. The parts not overall. I think there's more dark stories in here than in the first value.
Yeah.
There's no balance to the force on this one.
No.
But they did have a couple of them in there that like I Am Your Mother and this one. But I thought it was actually pretty nice and pretty well done. Like the visual style is beautiful.
Yeah.
Hands down. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, same thing. I guess the textures was like kind of like bringing me in because it looked like teddy bears or something like that. You know what I mean? So the visuals very, very good. Just that that whole thing with her being mute, I was like, okay. All right. So what? But what's crazy is I did my review before I watched this last episode. So I said I didn't watch it yet. This time I had to go and watch it. And one thing I kept saying in my review was, in Visions, there's less dialogue because they want you to also too look at the vision of it, like the beauty, like the art of it as well. You know what I mean? It's a visual of like how they would do this type of if they were to have this property and stuff. So I was up there saying it, and so it's funny that she didn't say a single word, and I was like, oh wow, like she just kind of, they literally just did exactly what I was like suggesting, like how you should actually kind of view visions at times and stuff. So I was like, oh, that's dope. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? That's dope.
she does not talk until the end of the episode, and that's when she sings, and then she
Yeah.
talks. But by that point, there's only like 2 minutes left.
Yeah. It's not too
Yeah.
much to say anyway. So you know,
But
but it was overall, man. I think it was good. I think it was cool. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
So overall, here's the thing. Overall, I do like Volume One a little bit better, only because I think it's a little bit more balanced. This
Okay.
one,
Yeah.
they went dark a little bit too much for my taste.
Yeah.
Not to say that it was bad. The only one I really didn't like was the In the Stars one, just because that girl, the younger sister, got on my nerves. Like she got on my nerves. Like Spy Dancer, I can deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I can't deal with with a character that's like.
You don't like bad kids.
No, I just don't. No, I don't like, because like when I'm looking at, it, I'm like, and you see how, and they do not shy away from showing you how messed up the Empire is.
Yeah.
In this family, they don't shy away from that. So you know they would have got killed.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, this don't end well. Like,
Right.
there's no way to write this where this ends well, the way they wrote it.
Right.
And like in Journey to the Head, like they didn't. You saw what happened to them. Like, oh, you want to act up? You sure you want to do that? All right.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just one of those. But I think, like, I like most of them, just because I like the different art styles, and they did completely different studios for this one. So there's that too. And so overall, I like it, but I do like Volume One a little bit more, just because I think Volume One is a little bit more balanced as far as like themes and tone is. You know, it's just a little bit more balanced. What are your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. It was a lot darker this season. I did enjoy Volume One a little better than this one, but this one made its point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got what it was trying to do and what they were trying to say, because Star Wars isn't a happy place. You're talking about a empire modeled after the Nazis. You know,
Basically.
so you know what I mean? Like just to have that oppressed. I mean, even when you don't put the empire in it and you have something before, then you have this evil group of people, you know, named the Sith. You know what I mean? And how wicked they can be. You know what I mean? So overall, I did enjoy it, but like you, I do enjoy the first volume a little better than this one. But I would definitely want to see them continue some of these stories somewhere else. You know what I mean? Not necessarily on Visions, but somewhere else. You know what I mean?
So if you outside of Journey to the Dark, because I think both of us would agree that one should get at least like one season of a full anime.
Yeah.
At least. Which other one would you take? Would you take because I actually like the first one, Sith. I wouldn't mind seeing where that character goes. Screecher's Reach, I don't see how that has a happy ending.
Right. Yeah.
I don't see how that ends well. I just don't. But which one would you like to see other than probably Journey to the Dark Head?
I would like to dive more into the Bandit one, and I Am Your Mother. I would like to see that as more as like a little fun little Disney. You know, I can see them putting that on their little roster of like kid shows that they have, and other than that, just maybe those two. Of course, you know the Journey Dark Head, the Pit. I would want to see where they take that. You know what I mean? Even though it was oppressed.
Yeah, just don't do no more oppression. I can't.
Right.
I can't do oppression Olympics, man. I can't do that.
I would love to see what she does. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't address any Jedi. Just because she lifted up the kyber crystal and she's force sensitive, she could definitely be something else. You know what I mean? So, I would like to see them, like at least that studio make some type of anime dealing with Star Wars content or whatever. So,
all right, me personally, I would like to see Bandits, just because that's just an interesting take.
Yeah,
that's just a real interesting take. Screecher's Reach, like I said, I would love to. I just don't know how you. I don't want to see them mess that little girl up because she's so innocent. She's so innocent. I'm like, she gonna come back, ain't gonna have no eyes. You know, it'll be some kind of messed up mess. but like that one, I think, because I like that art style as well, though, and I would like to see how that story would turn out. Because the thing about Star Wars is sometimes those stories where it's like, yeah, this ain't gonna end well, actually does kind of end well.
Yeah,
kind of. But yeah, Journey to the Dark Head, Bandits, and Screecher's Reach, I wouldn't mind seeing. Pit, they'd have to do something real interesting for me to be like, come back. Like I said, I didn't hate the episode. I was just like, bro, really?
It's that slave. It's that oppressed thing, man.
Really? I was like, come on, man. Like, come on. But once again, the art style and the animation in it is clean. I just didn't. I don't care for stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't care for stuff like that. I know some people they want to talk about that. That's their storytelling aspect of the stories they want to get out. Me, I'm tired of that stuff. So I wouldn't mind seeing. I'm wondering if they're gonna keep this going because I don't mind. I think they should do visions for a lot of other stuff too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like me and Sandstorm said, we would love to see Toriyama take.
Oh, dude, Toriyama have a field day. You saw what he did with Halo. You know what he did for Halo. That just had me rolling. That had me rolling. Like the worst Spartan ever. And so yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing what him and Toriyama and Toritaro would do with it. They'll probably they'll probably bring Frieza into this.
Hey man, he is Palpatine. You know what I mean?
A pissed off version of him.
Right.
But yeah, all right. So people, let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Vito, for co-hosting today. Anything you want to pimp out before we get out of here?
No, just every Thursdays and Fridays, Vito Variants on Thursdays, Vito Verse on Fridays. The deep dive is on its way, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and Sandstorm Show, the Stormcast on Saturdays at 9. So, and the Winging It Podcast.
Yeah.
On Sundays at 7.
Yeah, we do have an episode tonight. We got a special guest coming through. One of my homegirls from college is coming through to talk games with us. And
hey, take it easy on Survivor, please.
I'm not gonna be bad. I don't have the game, so I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up because I like Fallen Order.
Yeah.
I saw some of them glitches. I'm like,
yeah.
And I'll say this about that. I have an issue when I see people who are okay with stuff like that, but then, because it's a height of hypocrisy to me to be okay with that and then turn around and bash another game that does that glitches ain't even as bad as that. Right. That's my that's my thing, and that's what I was referring to last episode was. Hold on now. I know how you get down. You don't. You all of a sudden don't have a problem with this.
Right.
That would have been Legend of Zelda. Let Legend of Zelda do some mess like that.
Yeah.
That's my issue. But I have seen some games. I did go back and watch some of his gameplay. It looks like a game that I do want to play. So I just want EA to patch it.
Yeah, exactly.
By the time I get to it, because I'm not going to get to I know I'm not buying it before fall. So there's no way I'm buying it before fall because I know it'll come out next Friday. That's all I'm playing for a while. Yeah. But yeah, Win the Podcast tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be talking about that and some other things. So chat will be open, as always. So come through. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Vito, once again. And we will see you guys tonight at 7. Peace out, people.
Peace.